day, come on. Let's see. What verse 26?
Verse 26. And had suffered many things of many physicians.
In other words, she's going to many doctors.
And had spent all that she had, and was nothing better.
She was never any better. Never. But what?
But rather grew worse.
Every day she grew worse. It never subsided. It never got better. Are you listening to me? She grew worse. She grew weaker and weaker. And one thing I learned about that as a woman, that if you begin to bleed too much, you become weak. You become very, very weak, and all your iron and all of that go down. Am I right? Am I wrong? Amen. And so she got weaker and weaker. And then the second thing about it, not only was she dying, but her second problem was just as serious as the first problem, was that she had no one to help her. Because she don't go to every doctor she could go to. But she don't have not another doctor to go to. I hear you.
Amen.
She's going to everybody. Now, you know, that's something when we go out to the medical center, and we done gone to everybody out there. We done gone to every obstetrician. We done gone to every blood disease doctor. We done gone to everybody that could do anything about it, and we're not any better. Oh my God. And you're getting weaker every day. She had this issue, and it grew what? It grew worse. In the book of Leviticus, the 15th chapter, would you go there with me right quick?
Amen.
Leviticus 15. And we're going to read the first verse and then the 19th verse. The first and the second verse.
Leviticus 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying,
The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, telling them,
Speak unto the children of Israel,
talk to the people,
and say unto them, When any man hath a running issue out of his flesh,
a running issue, not just an issue, but a running issue out of his what?
Flesh, because of his issue, he is unclean.
He's what?
Unclean.
He's called unclean. Now read verse 19.
Verse 19. And if a woman have an issue,
If a woman got a discharge,
and
you know, everybody got that?
Amen.
It's called, sometimes they'll call it a discharge.
That's right. Amen.
She got a discharge, and her issue in her flesh be blood. Wow. She shall be what?
she shall be put apart 7 days.
How many days?
7 days.
7 days. She be put apart. In other words, she was to be isolated.
That's right.
7 days.
Not only from society, listen to this, not only from society, but she couldn't go around her family.
That's right. That's right.
Couldn't go around her friends. She could not go to the congregation of the righteous. In other words, she couldn't go no church.
Right.
Now, that's a real situation right there, if you can't go to church.
Amen.
Now, church is where you're supposed to get some help.
That's right.
But you ain't even going to no church now. That's how bad off that the issue was, that she couldn't even go to the church. Are y'all listening to me?
Amen.
And read the rest of it again.
And whosoever toucheth her
And everybody that touch her,
shall be unclean until the evening.
and they're gonna be unclean if you put your hand on them. In other words, she come to church if she wanted to, but you couldn't shake her hand.
Amen.
Couldn't hug her. You know how y'all hug each other. You couldn't hug her, you couldn't shake her hand.
Right.
Matter of fact, as we go on, you're gonna see you couldn't even sit next to her.
Uh-huh.
Now that's according to the law. The law said
Right,
she
right.
couldn't go around family, she couldn't go around friends, she couldn't. That's the law.
Amen.
If anybody touched her, they became what? Unclean. She sat down next to somebody. If she would sit next to somebody, they would holler, unclean! Now would you like to go sit by somebody and somebody holler, unclean? Wow. Now that's something. That's a lot right there. Wow. There's enough for folk to feel like they're unclean, and they might turn their nose up or something and move away from it, but when they holler, unclean! Wow. What they whole church, they dismiss church. In her dreams at night, she would hear the word unclean. Wherever she went, she'd hear that word. And she heard people whispering and people gossiping, and people do gossip.
Amen.
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 I remember years ago, I used to work for the AT&T. It's AT&T now. There used to be Southwest and Bell years ago.
Yeah.
AT&T now. I used to work for them, and it was a woman that worked with us on the floor, and she had some type of cancer, and the cancer that she had, it had a smell to it.